Alright, welcome back to ChanceyFPV. I'm behind the camera. Hopefully the hands don't get annoying. But we got this ESC here, and it needs a little bit of work. So, this is what I'm gonna use. This is a Sequire SQ001. If you guys can see that, see if I can get it in the camera. It says 12 to 24 volts. I usually use a 4S. Today, we're on a power supply that's 24 volts. This is a factory solder. I don't particularly care to use it. This is my normal tip of choice, the fine point. Get it out of the shadow. But this is the normal tip of choice that I use today because this is an ESC wire. We're going to use this one. So let me get this changed out. Snug. You don't have to get it super tight. Get it plugged in. Sequire version 2.18. We're gonna turn it up. Nope, I don't want to do that. Turn it on, and we're going up to 400. Let it warm up. Alright, clean tip up a little bit. There's water on this sponge. This all comes with it. This is the solder that I use all the time. Get you guys a view. Rosin core, high grade, fine wire like this, and 60/40, 0.03 diameter. I usually do it just like this. Get it pulled up. Get some on. The board's still not hot, as you guys can see. I'm holding it in my hand. We're gonna let that work. Just like that. Board's still not hot, it's in my hand. So, it's not hurting anything to leave it on there for longer than 5 or 10 seconds. Don't let anybody fool you. It's okay. Still not hot. Holding it in my hand. We're gonna clean this up. There's plenty of solder right here. Get that all cleaned up. See, it flowed right into it, just like the other side's already done. See, getting it out. Now the board's getting a little bit warm, and that's all right. We're gonna stop. See, push both buttons. Now it's off. We're gonna let it sit right here for just a few minutes and let this board cool down. It's not extraordinarily hot. I can still hold it, but it is warm. So we're gonna let it cool down, and when it's room temperature again, we're gonna start again. All right, seems to be cooled down again. The palm of my hand, it's not that hot. I need to get a temp gun just to show you guys it's not that hot. There it goes. Popped right off. And now we can get this cleaned up. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see how dull and dingy that is, but watch. I'm gonna clean this off. This is what solder's supposed to look like. Nice and shiny, like silver. You see that? Nice, shiny silver ball. That's clean. But when it looks like this, I'm almost positive that's lead-free solder. Almost positive. And again, it's obviously still not that hot because it's in my fingers right where it was soldered. See? Still not that hot. Matter of fact, I got a temp gun. Hold on. says my hand is 90 degrees. We both know that it's warmer than that. This is 110, 113. So next time it gets actually hot, I'll temp it again and show you what it says. But see, look, it says that's 73, says that's 75. Get some solder pulled up here, turn the iron back on. Iron's hot. Wipe it off, get it good and clean. Especially because it's lead-free solder, I'm positive. And stuff is wanting to be stuck on there, that's for sure. See if we can let gravity work with us here a little bit. Got a lot of it off. And it is pretty warm, but it's not hot. Look, I'm holding my fingers on it. Let's take a temp reading real quick. So, 150, not bad. Warmer than I thought, my apologies. Maybe I can take hotter water than I think, I don't know. But it's still not that bad. And as you can see, it's cooling down rather fast. So we'll let it sit right here. Drink my Dr. Pepper. And that brought it down to 118, 120 degrees. Cool. Get the solder prepared. Get this back down close to 100. Look at there. Just a little bit more work. Dump the solder out. Let this heat up for a moment. And I may even have to switch to a finer tip for this one. Hey, got a lot of it right there. Let's clean that off. Almost. Let's clean it off again. Still holding it. Almost got it all the way off. Everything still looks good. Again, just gotta take your time, fellas. Ladies, gents. Still not too hot. Technically, it is a ground, but we're gonna make it just like that one, if you guys can see that. Still not too hot, but we are gonna let it cool. Cleaning it off, hold both buttons, cut it off. already back down to 105. So we're good to start cleaning this up. And let's get some of this off the back, the buildup right here, so that we don't accidentally heat it up and it go back right back into where we don't want it. So what I'm going to do is come from the back side right here and get that hot, and it comes off on the soldering iron. Just like that, and it's coming off. Just takes a little bit of little TLC. Like that little bit. And there it is, just like that. Clean, both sides. The tip of the iron clean on the sponge. Let's let that cool down a little bit. But now you can see the technique that I use doesn't mean it's the only one out there. It's just the one that I have found that works best for me. But you can see this solder is now starting to have a little bit of silver shine to it, which means this solder is now pretty much into this joint here. So we're going to clean up everything. We're going to get everything back together. I'm going to trim these two wires off if he doesn't need all of this. And we're also going to pull the XT60 apart and make sure everything's good up here. Don't want to have him with any issues with this when we get done. So far, this thing's been in my hand 90% of this video. So I hope you guys are understanding that I'm saying that it's not too hot. It's not too hot to hold. It's okay that if it's on there longer than 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, as long as you can hold this board in your hand, it is okay. It's not gonna melt anything. It's not gonna fry anything. I haven't been flying quads for 20 some years, but I have been in RC for over 25 years since I was a small child. And I know that sounds stupid, but honest to God, I have been in RC for over 25 years, and I have been soldering for over 20 years. I'm a plumber by trade. I do this every single day. I don't do this every single day. Well, fix stuff like this or build stuff like this every single day, but I do copper pipe soldering every single day. I solder wires every single day. So it's you know, it's second nature to me, and I understand that it's simple to me. That's what the purpose of this video is for. I know that it's not simple for everyone. I just want to show you guys, if you guys have the time to take and watch this video, this is the method that I use. And again, it's not that hot. 95 degrees. We're good to start messing with it again. I'm just blabbering off at the mouth. So, here we go. I'm going to shut up and I'm going to fix this. Let this warm up. Doesn't take long on 24 volts. And again, we're going to get this off. Some of this stuff off the back side here. There we go. Alrighty. That's very clean. Cool. I will have sped up as much of this video as possible, but I wanted to try and make this one take so that you guys could see that I'm, you know, it's still in my hand. It's not that hot. Let's get a temp reading. 123, 115, 125, Yeah. I can even set this for max. There we go. 118 degrees. All right, back to the positive side. Let that flow. Turn it and wipe it out. All right, those look good. Get the solder here, and again, it's still in my hand. And all I'm doing is using the solder as I come down. And see how shiny that is? All I did was flood that joint right there to make sure I got all that lead-free solder out. Again, still in my hand. Capacitor side, well, this is the capacitor side, but these are the two we're concerned about at the moment. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Touch it, get a little bit right there. And again, see how shiny that is? Silver look. Again, still in my hand, not too hot. I know I've said that 1,000 times and I'm gonna drive you guys nuts with it in this video, but that is the whole purpose. Hold it in your hand. If it's not that hot and you can hold it in your hand, it's okay. And laying it on this is a 1-inch thick plexiglass table, so that kind of helps a little bit too. But you guys can see my fingers. They're 94 degrees, 96 degrees. And this it says it's 200 degrees, but we all know that's a lie. Might be bouncing off because it's shiny, I don't know. 105. All clean. Now that board's done, onto this side. Find where the wire wiggles. Trim that off. Twist the wires. This is what I do. Pull the solder off so that I can use it. Let the iron get hot. Touch that, feed the solder in, flip the iron over so you make sure you get the back side. Boom. That's soldered just like that. No flux, no nothing. Just like that. Soldered. Wires aren't even hot. And now that that's tinned, this is tinned, this is tinned. What I usually do, set something like this Again, I'll pull off some solder so that I can use it. I do not use third hands so that I know that my equipment is not hot. Get a nice decent sized blob of solder on here. And from the back side, you see that? Laying it in from the back side. Just like that. Clean, clean. And I will come back and add a little bit more solder right in here to make it nice and pretty, just like that. But that's pretty much the gist of it. Get my solder full of kit full of solder. Wipe it off just in case there was any lead-free solder left there. Again, put a decent sized blob there from the back side. And it just flowed together just like that. Beautiful. Hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. This has been a ChanceyFPV how to solder. Just like that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time. Happy landings. But wait, there's one more thing. Totally forgot. I'm supposed to be soldering these motor pads like I explained I would. So let me do that real quick. Doesn't take long. But I pull my solder out. I set something on top. He wanted to use sticker side first. But this is how I do it. That one's tinned. Lay the solder on there. Rub it around. Lay the solder. Rub it. Add a little more. Get a nice little bead on top. Those are tinned just like that. Perfect. Flip it around. To this side. And that's it. ChanceyFPV soldering tutor over. That's pretty much the gist of it. Everybody's going to have their own way to do it. This is just the way that I've done it forever. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time.